In this part, I will teach you guys interior two-point perspective, and we will analyze some form in this perspective, and to see in architectural designing where we should do our vanishing points. We will discuss the height points in our design, and we will discuss figures and furniture. And the thing that will happen now, inside an area that we want to design a perspective in, it's better to have a good concept of that area. I will do it in isometric first, with the lines behind it, like this. And I will stand inside this figure. So I'm standing here in this corner. And when my view angle is in this corner, or my angle compared to this corner is like this, it will give us two-point perspective. If your angle is vertical, it will be one-point perspective. But you just need to have a little angle, then you will design two-point perspective. And in order to design two-point perspective, here we need to consider X, Y axis and Z. So we need these three corners, and inside this area when we want to design, we have a line like this, 1 dot, 2 dot, here we have X and Y, and as usual this is our horizontal line. As the height of a person we come down, this is our Z line, and we bring it up. And as you see, our x-axis need to go that way. So when I'm saying to x-axis, you need to go the opposite side. Which means you need to do it from a corner and go outwards. So this is our y walls and this is our x walls. So you need to design it in the opposite direction. So in perspective, this will be y and this will be x. And these are our axes. And when I want to design in this perspective, you need to consider one primary rule. Is when you're working, where to place this vanishing points. In order to understand it better, I will bring up another sheet of paper and I will explain it here. First thing about these vanishing points is like this. I will design two lines, both of them same length. In the first one, I will consider vanishing points like this. And in the second one, I will consider them like this. Pay attention to the distance that I'm doing. In the first one, if we do it like this, send it away from corners, it will turn out like this. And in the second one, if we do it, it will be like this. And as you see, the angle on the bottom one is more natural, and the bottom one is way too compact. And the bottom one is for sure a better perspective. And imagine if we have a A4 paper or A3 paper, what will happen? Your vanishing points are completely outside of the paper. So if I want to design something, what I will do is like this. If this is my paper, like this, from each side, I will consider the vanishing points outside of the paper. Even though when I'm designing, because I'm teaching you guys, I will do vanishing points inside the paper so you don't lose them. But in general, you should do this and put vanishing points outside of the paper in order to get the outcome that you want. So the thing that I will do, I will design in this matter. This is one way to do perspective. And the second way that we can do perspective Instead of having a corner of our space, we'll consider one perspective outside and one of them inside. And we'll put the corner of the room here. We'll connect it to this vanishing point, and I will use the middle vanishing point to give depth to our room. This is a 2-point perspective that one point is inside the paper. You can use this very easily, and it will give you 2 different angles. This is you are standing in front of the room, and the end is less further from you. But in the last perspective, your angle is to one corner. Because this is a spectator perspective, let's see how we can place furniture and our figures. Because this is a perspective view, and if I place my spectator anywhere, the head will be on this line. Because of that, anywhere we need furniture, 1/4 of a figure will be the seat, and half of it will be back of the seat. So we get the measurement of furniture with this. So we have a wall like this, we divide it by 4, and it's back and the seat. We move outwards from this point. We do 2 vertical lines, send it to the middle vanishing point. Again, send it to this vanishing point. Pay attention, now we have the box for our furniture. And we can design this box and design the furniture inside it. Very simple furniture. So the measurement will happen like this, and everywhere if you want to do it, you measure it like that. 1/4 will be the seat and half will be back. Send it to the vanishing point like this. We send it to the other vanishing point like this. We connect them, and we have our box now. Like this. We'll separate the seat and connect them. Now that we've learned these, in this perspective, if your view is higher or lower, let's see what I mean. So if I have a line here, this is the upper side of the room. So my figure is standing on 2nd floor. This wall is going upwards like this. In this perspective, like the previous ones that we done, we see the floor more. So if I want to see the floor, I need to move this line above, and if I want to see above it, I need to move the line below. And in this perspective, I can see floor more. If I have a figure in this size, we need to get the size of the rest of the figures. Send it to the vanishing point, and all of them are with the same length next to each other. It's like they are standing in a line. If I want to do it in this way, send it to the vanishing point, and this time send it from this place to the vanishing point. Like this. Here also the same thing. Let's change it. Send the end and beginning to the vanishing point, and this is your figure. So this measurement is one aspect, which means I'm measuring it like this. Bring it higher and show it like that. And have the figures like this, and next to it, as we learned, as a half of their height, we can design a furniture or a table. Later on we need to design seat for them. But for now we are designing box for our furniture. And I can turn each one of them into a furniture. This is a basic for our design. Pay attention, if you're working in this type of perspective, you do the first figure small, you will consider the area very big. If you consider the figure very big, you are considering your area super small. So when I have a line like this, if I design this place from this side and consider the height of my figure, this size, this is a small area. If I consider this small, this would be a very big area. In this place for designing furniture, we have something like bird view for that. So I will design a place with big height. This could be at most a corner of a room. So for example, if I want to add a library here in this type of perspective, pay attention, we send them to vanishing point. Here we show this area, and next to it the same story. So this area is big. So it's a big detail, but the area is small. And we are showing small area with big details. So the details must be very important that we do it in this way. And this is a way for designing small areas. For example, in one corner, if you're designing a table for your TV or you're designing a furniture, you do this type of perspective, which means you design the area much bigger. And the angle will be smaller, which means it will be the size of a living room. Now, for example, like a lobby for airport. So the thing that I will do again, in one corner I want to show furniture. We'll bring it higher than usual. If the height of a person is this much, I will design it like this. So my figure is standing here, but the vanishing point will be higher, because in this area I want to design furniture. So half of the height of the person we will consider as a seat. Here, so this will be the box for our furniture. Send it to the vanishing point. As much as we go further, this perspective will be more natural. So I will do this inside the paper this time, so I can teach it to you guys better. Send it to the vanishing point, to the other vanishing point again. So this is the box for our furniture. You can add details to this form now. And I can consider half of it as seat and close the rest of it. So this is the seat till this height. Send it to the vanishing point. Here also we design our pillows. And I'm designing cushions. Separate this part, send it to the vanishing point again. And if you liked in some areas, you can turn it like this and add more details. As you can see, very easy, we created a sofa. I can do a little hatch on it also to show it better. So in order to show a furniture in an area like this, I need to consider the area much bigger than usual. The corner of the wall will be bigger, the height of a person will be bigger, so we can show more details. If you want to make it even bigger, we need to consider the height of a person even bigger. If I want to design furniture only, maybe the more reasonable way is to put my vanishing points outside of the paper. And this line that I have, send it inside some guiding lines. Like this. From the opposite direction, also do the same. Consider the height this much, send it to the other vanishing point, and we have a very big furniture. And this is for a time that I want to do much more detail than usual. And as you see, I'm changing details. Make the back a little curve. We get the area of the seat. And in that area, I will put some cushions. And as you see, as much as we do them bigger, we need to add more details. Even in coloring them, we need to be more careful. Pay attention, we are just representing one sofa. We can add some color to the sofa, and when you want to color it, do it layer by layer. For example, CG number 1 till 5. So for sure, you need different level of color. And I will increase the density of the color layer by layer, from lighter to darker. And you need to move from light to dark in all of your sketches. And as you see, I'm using this color everywhere basically. This is the natural color that we do behind the rest of the things that we use. This was CG number 3. The next one, well, I don't have the next one. Let's use CG number 4. This one will be a little too dark for this, but it will do. Let's see if I have CG number 3. Alright, I have it. We use CG number 3. I'm using the brush side for this. And slowly upwards we change the color. On this side also. In the area that they are connecting to each other, you need to make them darker. And as you see, I'm making them darker bit by bit. And again we use a darker CG and we highlight it layer by layer. and we need to add shadows and details with this. Again, if I did 4, I will use CG number 5. And maybe after that, number 6. And we put emphasis on the corners and on some shadows. And if you got a texture somewhere, we'll do it. So layer by layer, we do it like this. So we detailed here. Let's go back to CG number 4. We're using the brush side and add some texture and create some movement here. And as you can see, it gives depth to our design and create some texture. So this is the basic of design. Now let's add some color to our cushions. We can even have different type of color. We can use purple even. I will just pick 2 random color. I will pick up P number 83 and number 75. And next to it I can use a red color and a pink. I can do it normally like this, and again put more emphasis on corners. It's the same color, and you don't need to use different colors. And in the corners that you have more shadows, you can make it darker. And if necessary, you make it like this. So it's the same texture, and we're not changing the texture. And next to it, I will use a lighter color, number 75. Let's test to see how it will turn out. This is a lighter color. Again, on the left side, we need to add more emphasis and put some more stains. When we are doing interior design, if you're showing a very close-up of an area, when you're rendering, you need to spend this much time, for sure. So when you're designing something like this, you cannot just do it super fast. And you need to spend time on it and do a lot of detail and render it very well. We do the detail for our furniture like this, and in the course we have on interior design, we will explain about this stuff much more. And now that we did this, we can add some lines and make some lines sharper to show it better. And as you see, if you have a texture or a design on it, we can add them. I will place them like this, and we have corners very sharp. And these can really help. We can even change some corners. In designing this type of furniture, be sure to use white color. And as you see, as we add these details, how beautiful it gets. So what we're talking about that if you want to do it in big measurement, you need to increase the size between two vanishing points. So we'll learn how to measure our furniture and our interior design. Now we want to do different type of interior perspective and give them more details to see what will happen.